All right. Hey, South Texas. Hope you're doing well today. We're starting off today with some dry conditions outside, and it looks like we've seen a bit of a spike in the allergens in the air. It's been so windy the last 24 hours. That's expected to really continue here for today. Not as strong as what we had yesterday. That is for a majority of the area. But when you get closer on towards Comal County and up into Hayes County and Travis County, that's where the winds are going to be a little bit stronger for today. But a majority of our region not going to be as strong as far as the winds are concerned. So let's go ahead and jump into things. Again, mountain cedar coming in at heavy for today. Mold also at a heavy level. Going to be something we're just going to be dealing with here. Remember, it is mountain cedar season, so make sure you take that allergy medication. Don't see anybody really saying anything yet in the comments. If you want to, if you have anything to ask, go ahead and ask it my way. I'd be happy to answer some of y'all's questions that you may have. Sometimes also the comments won't show up for some reason for me. It just tells me who's watching instead of telling me what some people may be saying. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. So right now, Northwest San Antonio showing blue sky. Calaveras Lake also showing blue sky. I see you. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Good morning there to you as well, Devin. I see a few people saying good morning, so it looks like the comments are working for today. Good to see. Blue sky in all locations, just a beautiful day. 51 degrees in Northwest San Antonio, 51 out at Calaveras Lake. Right now, not seeing anything in the way of rain on radar. Of course, clear sky overhead. Nothing to worry about there. No rain today. And the Lone Star State as a whole is dry. Now, notice those areas of green off there in Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. That's actually some flood warnings for some rivers that are in flood because of the heavy rainfall that we had last week and 2 weeks ago. The supporting rainfall behind the flooding last week. And the really heavy rain 2 weeks ago, which really caused some issues off in their direction. Also, that same system that brought some snow to parts of South Texas. So, no snow today. You notice there is some snow off towards northern Arkansas into the Ozarks. And then you see it also into Missouri, up into Iowa, Minnesota, into Wisconsin, and then you see it all the way up into the Great Lakes. This is a big system. You see this big swirl in the atmosphere. That's an area of low pressure that is just a huge system causing a little bit of snow up there, a lot of wind, and also a little bit of rain for some areas, like closer on towards Cleveland, which will eventually be snow for them as well. So what are our conditions for today? What can we expect here at home? Obviously no snow. It is a little bit warmer today. We're going to warm up, right? Not as warmer today as far as compared to this morning. Warm this afternoon. Temperatures expected to rise to the lower 60s. Not as warm as yesterday, though. That's the catch. Yesterday was really nice and warm. I got it and enjoyed it myself. I hope you did as well. Dew points right now in the single digits in some spots. That lets you know it is bone dry outside. Really dry air mass that's set up over our region with those northerly winds coming out of a continental air mass. So when I say continental, you can have a maritime or a continental. A maritime would mean that it's coming from somewhere like the Gulf, which would be a southeasterly wind for us. A continental air mass for us would be a northerly wind. It's air coming across the continent. So when air comes across moisture, like the Gulf, typically we get more humidity and we get better chances for rain. But this is a continental air mass, very bone dry, obviously because less moisture on land compared to water, if that makes sense. So temperatures right now in the 40s and 50s out there, not too bad. But we are going to warm up nicely today. Back into the 50s for the hill country, 60s for pretty much everybody else, even mid-60s down towards George West and Beeville. Not too bad in those locations. Moving into tonight, temperatures are going to really drop. We're talking the winds really calming down. You see some areas it's going to be completely calm, like Rock Springs, 35 degrees, and you see the winds will kind of be going off there towards Kerr County and Fredericksburg, but they're not even that strong. Temperatures in the 20s to 30s, 34 for San Antonio tonight. Going to be pretty chilly out there as we start off our day on Saturday, but we'll warm up nicely. Mid 60s to upper 60s, maybe even up to 70 degrees there in Eagle Pass. Mid-60s for San Antonio, though, at 64, and some lower 60s for the hill country, which is manageable. That's not too bad. Lots of sunshine for Saturday, too. Now, as we head into Saturday night, we're going to have a little bit of cloud cover pass through our region. Temperatures are going to be dropping down towards the 30s and 40s, and that cloud cover is going to move right out of here pretty quick. By the time we wake up on Sunday, things will really start to clear up again, and we're talking about a good amount of sunshine for Sunday as well, but it is also going to be fairly cool. Temperatures, again, only going to rise up to the lower to mid-60s. So what's going on in the upper level atmosphere? This is the jet stream level that we like to talk about. There's that big system over the Great Lakes that I was talking about, that big upper level low and low pressure as a whole, just causing all the snow, the precipitation up there. It's a big cold air mass too. You see the deep blue right over St. Louis. That's where we have some really cold air in place too, right over their region. Meanwhile, a big ridge over the state of California. As we head throughout this week, by the time we get to Monday, notice that we have some ridging over our area. It's very slight ridge. It's very slight, but we talk about this ridge trough pattern. What a trough would be is what's set up over the eastern half of the United States. This is what we call a slight ridge. It's, just like a hill and a valley. This would be our trough over the eastern half of the United States. So that U shape would be a trough, and an upside down U would be a ridge. And again, ours is very slight. It's not even a full U. But notice what's going on over here in California. This little thing right here, that is the beginning of what will be an upper level cutoff low. What that means is they're going to have some chances for rain with that. So that's a low pressure system, typically means cloudy weather and some rain. And that's actually going to cause some chances for rain for us as we head into the middle of next week. Even though it's still fairly far away, as it starts to, what we like to call, eject into the jet stream and move across, basically stop being so stationary when it's kind of stuck over there for a few days, we like to call that a stationary upper level low. But then it moves into the jet stream and it gets carried off by it. And that allows us to have better chances for rain as we head into the middle to end of next week. And you're going to see that in the 7-day forecast coming up in a moment. But that just lets you know rain chances aren't that good for now, but we do have better rain chances in the forecast. And that's why over the next 7 days, some areas along the Highway 90 corridor and north are going to get a half of an inch to an inch and a half of rainfall over the next 7 days. Cuero could also get lucky with an inch and a half of rain. Even stretching on down closer towards northern Live Oak County and B County, they could get that, about a half of an inch. Atascosa could get about a quarter of an inch to a half of an inch. And you see when you head further south, that's where the lower chances for rain are going to be. And when you get closer towards the Rio Grande as a whole, like over towards Del Rio and Eagle Pass, we could have some lower rain chances. That's not great. We need better rain chances in those communities because that's where the drought is more severe to extreme. Now, this drought monitor has had a bunch of improvement in it over the last few days, thanks to the fact that we've had a good amount of rain here the first 2 weeks of January. And we can only hope that it just continues to improve. Right now, we're ahead for the month and the year because the year just started, but let's hope we can keep on that trend. We did finish 2020 more than 10 inches behind our annual average. 665.2 feet is where the aquifer's at, holding strong there, no issues there. Medina Lake continues to fall, though, at 41% full. Canyon Lake at 88.8% full. So we really need some rain in Bandera County, which would help to fill up Medina Lake, which is still struggling pretty hard with rainfall or with lake levels. So here's your 7-day forecast. There's those higher chances for rain, as I promised, for the middle part of next week and moving into the end of next week. You see temperatures slowly rising throughout the week. So if you don't like the cold weather, don't worry. We have warmer weather ahead of us, rising into the 60s for highs for Saturday all the way through Wednesday, and then 70s for highs on Thursday. The lows also go up. I know these cold mornings can really get to some people. Lows in the 40s and 50s by the time we head into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday compared to the 30s that we have for the next couple of days. It's going to be nice. Now, looking beyond the 7-day forecast from day 8 through day 14, it looks like the below average amount of rainfall could continue. So be ready for that. And the temperatures could be above average. So we'd be talking about mid to upper 60s to lower 70s. That would be above average for this time of year. And I'll bump it back to the 7-day forecast real quick to show you the average. Oh, excuse me, went back a little too far. The average is there in the top right corner of your screen. Lows in the lower 40s, highs in the lower 60s. By the way, our average coolest days of the year are now behind us, because our average coolest days of the year are early January, and the highs are in the lower 60s to lower 40s. So 62 is our lowest average low. So that lets you know we're starting to creep back up, and hopefully we can continue to see some improvement. I'm not a big fan of cold weather myself. I know a lot of people out there are, but I like warmer weather, so I'm excited to see the temperatures start to climb back up for at least our averages. Temperatures out there for the next 3 days in the Lone Star State are going to be pretty cool for Friday. There's Amarillo at 49, 63 in El Paso, 59 in Houston, 52 in Lubbock. So if you're doing any traveling, make sure you have the jacket. Saturday and Sunday, though, you see the temperatures do warm up, just like what we have here in South Texas. And a lot of people do with a lot of sunshine, just like what we have. Now, if you plan on doing any big hiking for tomorrow, your Texas State Park forecast here for the South Texas State Parks is looking great. Temperatures starting off in the 30s and 40s. We're going to rise into the 60s for the afternoon. If you have not been to some of these state parks, get out and check them out. Just make sure you make a reservation online, and also make sure you bring a mask. You have to wear a mask at any interior areas of the park. But of course, if you're out hiking, you're not required to wear a mask. Just make sure you continue to stay socially distant. So guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I just wanted to hop on here, give you a quick update on what we expect with the forecast. Looking like we have a beautiful day ahead of us. I'm going to pop back up the 7-day forecast. Get out there, check out some of San Antonio or South Texas as a whole this weekend. It's going to be beautiful weather Friday and Saturday, and even into Sunday. Get out, enjoy the weather. It is windy today, but don't worry. The winds are going to calm down a little bit for Saturday and Sunday. So I hope you all have a wonderful one. I'm going to be on at noon today for Meteorologist Andrew Wilson, who is off. Be sure to tune in. And then we're going to have the latest updates at 4, 5, 6, and 10 from Weather Chief Bill Taylor. Be sure to tune in for that. And you know what I didn't mention? I know a lot of people are off for Monday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. First of all, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day for Monday. And it's going to be dry. So if you're also off on Monday, it's going to be great weather to go out and celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. in whatever way you intend to do that. It's going to be absolutely stunning weather to spend some time outdoors, as long as you, again, continue to stay socially distant. So get out and enjoy the day on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because rain chances don't even move in until Monday night. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday across South Texas, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here at Ken's 5. Y'all have a great one.